welcome to Fumbles and Fame. I'm your host for the evening, Dungeon Master Ben, and with me tonight I have Fausto.
Hi everyone, I'm Fausto, and tonight I will be Zardos, the Driven Barbarian, follower of Poseidon.
Eric, unfortunately, can't be with us tonight. He is doing a noble thing, handing out medical supplies in the US where he lives. So, yay for Eric. And we have Sten.
I'll be playing Tarlin, the Drow Warlock and Archaeologist.
And then, of course, we also have Kevin.
And I'll be playing Yinken, the Circle of Dreams Druid, and I will walk in dreams again.
I'm sure you will. We are the Punday Knights, a group currently playing our ongoing campaign, Fausto being the main dungeon master, the long-running Tales from the Yawning Portal campaign. We're now on episode 57 of this game. We're 2 years in, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Indeed. So, and now on the higher end of level 16 as well, to boot. So, our heroes, well, actually, before we get stuck into it, I should probably mention the fact that we are not associated or sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, LLC, the current custodians of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So we just love the game, and that's what we're playing, using Roll20 tonight. And if you didn't join us last time, our heroes, after having teleported from Sigil, the City of Doors, to Hades, the underworld realm of the Greek gods, especially the god of the same name as the realm, Hades. Our party has managed to make their way into Hades Palace, bypassing Cerberus, the three-headed dog guardian of the underworld, only to be judged by the ancient kings who judge the dead, and to discover that their companion Brock has in fact managed to steal his way into Hades and drink of himself some pomegranate wine and find himself stuck in the underworld in service to the god who has until now at least not made his presence particularly known to our heroes. So our heroes, after having met the spirit of a Titan, have been advised that travelling down to a particular chamber, they may come into contact with another dead Titan. This one being a being called Andy Atheos. And our heroes have just crossed through the doors into this room. There is a river of living flame. Not lava, but liquid in appearance. This truly is kind of, I guess you would say, the lava of the movies. That isn't actually solid rock, that really wouldn't have any person sinking into it. This stuff is like liquid flame. And it sort of comes through channels, and you find yourselves in this chamber where there is this massive corpse of presumably once was a Titan, and a large, well, from your perspective on the ground, it looks almost like a dais, and just over the top you can see some rubble where parts of the roof have caved in from this ancient place, and there are maybe just a few signs that there are maybe a couple of old tattered scrolls there. What do you guys do?
Alright, so there is here the spirit of another Titan present?
That is what you have been told.
Okay, but we don't see him at the moment.
Not at present, no.
Okay. Then I will approach this... is this a statue or corpse?
This seems to be a corpse, although it's so old, it's sort of petrified, almost as if being made of stone.
I will gently tap it with the shaft of my trident.
When you do so, at first nothing really happens, but as you go in for a second prod, a sort of immense spirit manifests itself nearby, and it's like, oh, what are you doing? How dare you? You should not mess with the Titans. Have you no respect? Look at this poor fellow.
My apologies, Almighty One. This was just a gentle tap.
What? What was?
That's not important now. But
Who are you?
maybe my
Where
name is
did you come
Zadas Sunumat, champion of Poseidon.
Who did you say you were?
Zadas Sunumat, champion of Poseidon.
Poseidon. I don't
God of
like
the sea.
Poseidon.
I wouldn't say that. You know, it's like the brother of Hades. It's all a family thing.
Hades. I hate Hades.
Ah, very well. Say, Ancient One.
But I don't remember why.
Sometimes some hates are better left unremembered.
What?
Would it be easier if I come nearer to you in order to speak to you?
I can hear you.
Very well, very well.
Who are you? What do you want?
Yes, my name is Zadas, and we are seeking a mighty blade hidden somewhere here. Have you ever heard of Black Razor?
Heard of what?
This is not going well. I turn to Yink and Tarlin. Any ideas?
Alexander just says, I've had enough of this, guys. I'm going back to Brock.
Yeah, maybe you wait for us there. We'll sort this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Shisa does step forward and she looks up at him and says, Black Razor, it is a mighty sword of legend. Black Razor, sword of legend. What? Black Razor. Who are you again?
Ah, gods.
Yes,
We're...
the gods. None is more lovelier than Persephone. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Persephone. What about her? Do you know where we can find her?
Oh, who? Persephone?
Yes.
What season is it?
Summer?
What is?
Winter?
No, that's not right. What?
Summer?
Persephone is only here in the winter and the fall.
That's the fall then. I think we are in the fall, yeah. Though, if she wasn't here, where would she be?
Where are we?
I hold my trident with much strength. I step back. You can tell me whether if you talk with this food, because otherwise I'm going to lose my cool.
I can't understand him.
Why?
I'm
Because
assuming
he's speaking
talking-
primordial? Or...
God.
Oh no, I can't speak primordial.
You see, you speak primordial. Go for it.
His mind seems to be addled.
No shit.
Although you do know certain powerful magics can restore madness and this kind of degradation.
If only.
Yes. Last time I went nearly insane, I believe. Rock spoke about a spell. What was it called again?
Heal.
I'm not that familiar with your divine magics, but restoration, I believe.
Yes, a greater restoration spell is known to cure madness.
Okay, do we have 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust?
I guess we can gather that in the mighty forges of Hades.
There's certainly does seem to be huge amounts of wealth about, and even the rubble seems to have amongst it precious stones of a sort.
We did gather a whole set of gems, I believe. Maybe there was a diamond in there.
Maybe indeed.
Yeah. So can we
Where was that written down again?
treasure? 2 necklaces worth 100 gold each, if that's what you're talking about. A half dozen different gems, each of them worth 50 gold. So 2 of them would be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, then we need to crush it.
That I can do.
Stardust, if you would.
I'll take them in my hand like.
You are crushing diamonds in your head.
I'm an epic hero.
Yes, the diamonds punch through your hand as you crush it.
Hey, whoa, wait a second. Because not only I'm an epic hero, but I have the strength of a cloud giant. 27.
Oh, right.
I mean, excuse me, huh? So if my bare hands will not be enough, I just take, I put them on the table and I take some piece of iron and I start hammering it.
Well, I mortar and alchemy tools. I figure that would include a pestle and mortar, so I will present that to you.
I shall
Out
summon.
of game, what are these petals and mortar actually made of that they can crush diamonds?
They probably cannot crush diamonds, but I mean it seems
Perhaps
better.
adamantium or a magical weapon could do it.
Yeah, okay, then I will use the butt of my my trident. Yes.
All right. Yes. After a little bit of labor.
Excuse me, wave, but this must.
Yes, you sort of grind some diamond dust. What are you doing?
I am trying to help you.
What?
And I get a bit closer with the diamond dust.
Oh,
And
what is
I
this?
try to touch him. My hand passes through him, and I cast Greater Restoration.
Nice.
Oh, the fog is lifting. Oh, yes.
Are you feeling better now?
I am. Who are you?
Since we are busy with it, I will do a few more doses of this for you, Yinkan.
Could be handy.
Uh-huh. So we have.
Could be handy if someone else.
So you can have another 2 doses.
Okay.
And I will delete all the gems.
Oh, spirit, tell us, do you know a black razor? Black razor. It is one of the mighty weapons. It is partnered with Whelm and Wave, and it is the drinker of souls. But such a legendary weapon has been lost for many ages.
Oh, really now?
Yes? Who are you? What are you doing? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you are.
That is right. Hades killed me. In the Titanomaxi.
Yep.
Ah, that is right. I hate Hades, but he has a very hot wife, Persephone.
Yeah.
Persephone.
Maybe could it be that she has the sword?
What? The Black Razor?
Yeah.
That does not seem fitting for a goddess of the spring and
No.
summer.
But maybe. Do you have any idea how we can talk to Hades?
Or you are in his palace, so he undoubtedly knows that you are here.
Yes, but he won't answer our calls.
And then you are playing some game of his.
But what game?
Whatever game it is, it's not a fun one. Hades does not have a sense of humor. Forgive me, you seem unwilling to reveal who you are, but I am Antiatheos.
Yes.
Oh. I apologize. My name is Yinkin.
That is much better, more polite, especially when you are talking to the Titan Lordkeeper himself.
A lore keep.
Yes.
So, any lore that could help us find Black Razor?
Unfortunately, it would take some time. If one was to go to the libraries, I believe there are books there that could help.
Where are these libraries?
In the East Wing, but I must use the Cyclopses, and I have not done so for a very long time.
Oh, we're
What
good
was
friends.
I working on?
We're good friends with them. We can help you out.
I was writing a volume, one that will... Yes, look at the table and see what you can find.
Okay. We have a look at the table.
Okay, can someone roll me a d8?
Five.
Okay. It looks to be a large, giant-sized magical scroll. To you guys, it would probably be about maybe close to a meter in width, and it definitely has arcane symbols. Talon, your eyes of the Runekeeper notice that it is definitely some kind of magical item, and a powerful one at that. But it is hard to tell exactly what it is from here. He sort of floats over and looks. Oh, no, this is not useful to you. It is just one of those books that improves your physique if you read it. It's not of interest to you. Nothing to do with Black Razor.
Well, I mean, physique in what way? What do you mean?
It is just in instructions. You are probably too primitive of mind to even read a manual of gainful exercise.
What will it do?
See, now you have revealed yourself to not be worthy of its knowledge.
Is it complete? Or are you still working on it?
This one is a complete volume.
And so what will it
But
do?
wait! It was for someone. Who was I making it for? Oh, Hecate. Yes, Hecate. That is Persephone's best friend. Yes. But she's still one of those... Well, you can't call her an Olympian because she lives down here, but... one of those gods.
So maybe if we bring her this book, she will help us with Persephone.
Well, she certainly knows her. And how to get in touch with her when it is not her time to be here in Hades.
Alright, where can we find Hecate?
She is near to the library, I think, and the Ori. Yes, the Ori. There
what?
is the Ori. It is, oh, of course, your minds are so small. How could you possibly understand this? An Ori is a model of the cosmos, a living magical model that shows all. You see, perhaps you have not understood that there are many different worlds. We call it the multiverse.
An orrery.
That is what I said.
You're mumbling. I can barely understand you, Titan.
What kind of insult is this? And to the spirit of a great titan, no less.
Maybe my friend's spell did not work completely on you. Your mind seems fogged.
It does not feel very fogged right now, tiny man of Poseidon.
Well, I guess we know enough from you. I'll grab the book and I will walk through him.
Wait a minute, how do I know that you're going to take that to Hecate?
The real question is, oh, uncorporeal spirit, how are you going to stop me from doing this?
Is that a threat?
Is he asking me this?
Yes.
Zadas does not make threats, spirit, only promises.
Alright, roll me a persuasion check if it's not a threat.
Whoop.
Oh well, let's see how this goes. Now that's based on wisdom. He narrows down his gaze at you, and then his image starts to get larger and larger and more imposing. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wonderful 2.
Excellent.
No, but this is actually great.
Just Zadas or everyone?
Let's see. Well, if you're looking on this, yes, you're going to get coordinates. So I guess everyone gets to...
I'm immune to frighten anyway.
That's good.
I miss Levarion's
Yeah.
aura.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to miss that. Let's see. Shisa can roll as well. Let's see.
God.
Let's see. Wisdom saving throw.
Let's
Oh
wait to
dear.
roll. What the hell? All those
No,
low rolls.
I haven't understood a word of what's being said or what's going on, except I saw a pretty nice magic book being dragged away by some barbarian, and then a giant getting mad.
A very scary ghost giant, but
Yeah.
not scaring you. Who are we missing? Okay, Tarlan's immune. Great. So Yinkin, you're just frightened and freaked out by this, so you can't move towards him. Zardas, the fear of the gods has been put into you, so much in fact that I'm going to get you to roll. Let's make this more interesting and roll a D40 instead of a D10. Sorry, D4 times 10. You feel the life drain out of you, and before your very eyes, you see that Tarlan, Yinkin, and Shisa look on to see Zardas. His youthful form just takes on the slightest hint of aging. I don't know exactly how young Zardas was, but
I was 30. I guess now I'm 40.
yeah,
See,
you just see the
some
beginnings
white
of some,
hair, like-
white. A streak of white appears in his hair,
Salt and pepper.
and he looks down at you and he just says, "Now, do you understand?"
Not
Take
even. No warrior can beat time. This I understand.
Good. That is an important lesson. Now take that scroll and take it to Hecate.
And I will leave this room.
And I
and
will leave as well because the ghost is freaking me out at the moment.
yes, indeed.
Okay,
Let's
I'll
see.
be following.
Oh. Can I make a second saving throw?
Why? Do you need to?
Well, it's to end the frightened.
Well, I mean, as you leave, the Cyclops there closes the door behind you.
Oh.
And he just sort of nods like, yep, that's about right.
Right.
Do that. I even helped him.
Yes, you did. Anything you can do for me, Yinken?
Zadas, you're not looking that well. Did you age like
Something.
a lot suddenly?
The looking at that creature changed me somehow.
Wait, I'm an elf. 10 years is nothing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
True.
Good for you. Is it something for Triton? Let me see.
It is. Tritons are like 8 years.
They're like humans.
Here, let me
Age.
help
Oh, they
you.
live up to 200 years. Okay.
Oh, 200. Okay, that's fine. But here, have your beauty back.
Oh, thank you so much, Yinken. I hug you.
Yes. Your
You
useful
should,
vigor has returned.
You should bottle that spell for insecure housewives.
Excuse me, Talin.
Well, if it makes people look younger.
I guess only when you got older somehow. Well, let's go.
Age makes you go older.
Yes, come
That's a fact.
quickly.
I'm tired of this place.
Yes.
Alright,
Oh.
so I believe everyone except Zardas had a way to cross, was that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Poof.
I will take.
Unless Sadas needs a fly, I could do that.
I don't know.
I-
I can jump over it.
Okay.
I of course disappear behind Zadas, and suddenly I'm at the top of the stairs here.
Poof.
Right.
Okay, so according to the directions.
East, he said, right?
Sorry? Yes,
This
east.
is the eastern. Yeah.
So where are we going?
Baramothius there is like,
We have to find the library and we have to find.
goodbye, thank you for
Library.
visiting.
Who was
The
that?
library seems interesting.
The Cyclops.
Ah, the Cycles. Okay.
Yes, it could be full of interesting things and more information about Black Racer.
All right. So since I'm much stronger than this Cyclops, I will open my own doors.
Yes.
Hmm.
He looks back disappointed once again and just says, oh,
They're going to pay you anyhow. Don't worry.
what is pay?
Ouch!
Oh.
Slave work.
Welcome to ancient Greece.
Probably a door here, though I don't see it.
There is a door, exactly. The Cyclops speaks to you guys and says, want me to open the door?
Yes. Sure.
Oh,
you
so
go
does
right
you
ahead.
cruel person.
That's his
You.
job. Otherwise, what is he going to do all day sitting there?
So you guys can see another two Cyclopses
yeah, that's
guarding
the-
the doors.
Big door. Two Cyclops even.
But there is indeed a door on the south wall as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't see them.
No, you wouldn't.
Excuse me. Which way is
Which
to the
way to the
library?
library? Yeah.
Library. That way.
Okay.
And which way to Hecate?
The same way.
Okay, well, open this door then.
Can you open the door first, please?
Okay.
Okay.
I move out of the way because I don't want to be crushed by a cyclops.
There.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Sir
Oh.
Cyclops.
No one called me sir before.
With reason.
Okay, so you find yourselves
Ouch.
in this long alley, or not alley, but like a passage, and it ends in a door, which is open, and leads into a marvelous library.
Nice. Hey.
Oh.
With an
Um,
orrery.
It is.
Do they have any books on ancient civilizations?
The books are full of let's see. If you first of all where did it go? I'm in the wrong wing. Okay. Orrery of the Underworlds. So here you see what looks to be a rotating orrery. If you think of like the Dark Crystal, if you've seen that.
Oh yeah.
haven't
Like
seen
all the sort of model of the solar system sort of thing, but this instead is a model of the underworld, but also many other shadow realms. You even recognize some of the landscape in the castle from the one that you recently visited in one particular magical world that seems shrouded in mists. In others, you see the shadow planes of various different realms. And Tarlan, you feel the tug of one of them in particular that sort of like just feels magnetic, but at the same time there are other dark worlds that seem to rive not with mists but with some kind of long besucked tentacles of darkness. It's
The
quite
one
disturbing and beautiful to look at.
The one that's magnetic, is it big, small? Anything in particular about it?
Well, when you gaze upon it, you feel the coins burning. But it's more like dry
Okay.
ice, sort of a cold burning.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, seeing it on here may not be the most help, but I will point it out anyway to the others. I think I found Shadow Throne's home,
Home.
or at least world.
Oh, interesting.
Which one is it?
I will point out the one that I felt drawn to.
Yes, indeed. But it's almost as if the it's still shrouded in darkness. The details are not there for you to see.
Yeah.
The library itself is filled with ancient documents. Most of them not actually traditional books, but more like scrolls, as you would expect, and written in the script of the common language of Zardos. Perhaps more ancient dialects. But they seem to include lists of names. There are other volumes that list the accomplishments of Hades. Judgments that have been passed upon mortals. Some of them quite interesting, especially when it comes to punishment, which mentions a place called Tartarus. It lists acts of vengeance enacted by the Furies, and they are all extremely tediously written. They are despite at times very interesting subject matter, they induce drowsiness and are terribly boring.
Who has time to read? Anyhow.
Yeah.
Uh,
So if I look around the scrolls and with my eyes of the runekeeper, I can read the text, even if I don't necessarily speak the language. Do I see that it's all records like that, or is there also other things in there besides just records?
I mean, it would take literally years to read all of the volumes and know exactly. You could give me an Arcana check, maybe. Okay, you think the normal operation of the orrery is actually not working correctly. That it seems to be broken in some way, and you notice that many of the planes seem to be on a repeat track after a minute, so that although it's meant to track the movements of the heavens, it's sort of like kind of a CD with a scratch in it that keeps repeating itself on a loop, as if it's developed a sort of chink in the arcane magics running it.
Can we go up the stairs? Yinkan, are you waiting or?
no, I was just standing.
Okay, I'll go up the stairs to see if anyone is there.
You
Arlen,
don't
do you
see
see
anyone
any-
else in this room
When I
at
don't
present.
see anyone, I will just like put my hands on the railing here. I'll say, Hecate, show yourself. Or is this a door?
It's not a door, no.
Oh, okay.
You hear a disembodied voice coming from back in this direction, from further up the hall, saying, "How dare you summon me, mortal? I will not come to you. You
Oh.
come here."
Well, yeah, I mean, apologies. I will. I'll go down the stairs, and the thing is, I don't see doors in the map.
No, there is stairs up here. If I just move the camera back.
Yeah, maybe I saw that.
There is a set of stairs there leading up to a doorway.
Right.
I can just sort of make that apparent there. The voice came from. I don't know if you can see that because it's black. And I'm on the wrong layer. What happened to Shiza? Oh, she's up there. So yeah, up the stairs here the voice is coming from. And there's another room.
But maybe my friends are still sorry. Here is the door to the south?
Yeah, didn't I open it?
It's open. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I have to. Okay. Oh, greetings.
You see a very statuesque woman bearing a torch. The room is lit by magical torches, and you can see two large dogs by her side. And she looks at you very nonchalantly, very almost irritated. I should probably zoom in a little bit more. So, there we go. And she says, "What do you want, intruders?"
Well, first of all, it is an honor to meet you, Almighty Hecate. We have a gift for you.
A gift?
Yes.
What kind of gift?
and I shall bring forward the scroll.
Finally! I ordered this like a millennia ago.
Well, its maker was his memory was failing him, but thanks to my companion here, Yinken, he came back to his senses and he was able to complete his task.
I see. So you might say, Yinken, she looks to you and says,
I
are
make a
you
bow.
a wielder of the arcane arts, perhaps?
Not really the arcane arts. My powers lie in nature.
Ah, magic in a different form. Of course. Of course I know of this. I know of all forms of magic. Very good. So you managed to return his addled mind for a time to some semblance of logic. Yes, very good. Now, let me ask you, mortals, do you know what this scroll is?
I've heard that it will make your body better.
And do you think my body looks like it needs to be better?
Do you think my body needs like it looks to be better?
That is what I asked you.
I do not think your body has any way of getting better, Almighty One. When I look upon it, I see perfection that only a goddess can achieve.
She nods, as if thinking this is suitable supplicants. Now I have received your gift. What is it that you seek from me?
We are looking for Persephone.
Well, I suppose you can wait if you wish. It'll probably be another 5 months.
We are on a schedule of sorts.
What kind of schedule?
It seems that some usurper god of death, it's plotting a scheme to
Wait.
devour countless souls.
Usurper god of death.
Yes.
One of you has the taint of that usurper shadow throne. Is this the one of which you speak?
We have to stop bringing Talling about.
Yeah, you'd think the blood would smell stronger.
She approaches you, sort of like sniffing the air, and she's like, yes, you have done something for him. You have some
Yes.
objects that are attuned to him. You might even say almost a part of him.
Yes, I've made a deal with him.
She looks you up and down and says, you are a fool. He is no true god. He has stolen his power. Real gods are born. But nonetheless, I suppose Zeus can elevate mortals to be immortals, and they can belong to the gods, but this does not seem like it is your fate. Shisa sort of snakes in from the background, and she just sort of cups her chin almost as if she has a beard. And you note that she does have a serpent around her neck that sort of awakens and stares at her before going back to sleep. And she just sort of frowns at her and says, interesting. You are neither alive nor dead. No soul, no spirit. You are something else. A psyche. You are the mind, the will of a creature that has since expired. No, I am Shisa, and I am a queen. You should address me accordingly. Insolent. Very
Talking
insolent.
of those who make deals with Shattered Thrones, I don't think I am the fool one.
This one is instead tied to something else. Oh, that toy of Hades. Yes, the sword. Oh, boys and their swords, they love them so much, don't you think? Oh, and but look, you have his cousin. Isn't this sweet? It would almost be like a little reunion. There is Wave. Hello, Wave. I have not seen you for a while, Wave.
Waves.
Oh, ouch. That hurt.
Yeah.
Powerful weapons, those.
Yes. Well,
Enough to kill a god.
Indeed. So you want to see Persephone?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just happen to be her best friend. Definitely BFF. I mean, when she is here in the underworld, when she can't stand to hang with Hades anymore, because if we face the facts, Hades kind of stole her and raped her and made her his wife without asking her. And
Yeah, I mean, we're not here to judge anyone. We just want to speak with her.
you know what those gods are like there. They see a lady, they get inflamed. You know Zeus. He would do anything to anyone if it makes him horny.
That's understandable.
I mean, think of poor Hera. She is so frustrated. Oh, but she cannot keep up with him at all. Oh, yes, it was stick in anything, that one. Anyway, we shall not speak of Zeus, but let's see. I am very bored, and I have this scroll, and I would like to see my friend Persephone. And if you are planning to get that little soul-sucking toothpick, I think you will need to get on Hades' good side. Oh, do not worry, he cannot hear you here. Otherwise, what is the point of being Hecate, goddess of magic,
All right.
commander of the spirits and necromancy? In any case, yes, you could appeal to her. She likes things of beauty. It's like spring now. She's out. She is radiant. She will hate to come back here if there isn't like an absolutely fantastic present, like fantastic jewelry, or like oh, that bowl thingy in the library. She loves that thing, but it is broken. So you better have a plan. But I'm just not going to do this. Thank you very much for the gift, but like I said, I am very bored. I
Can
would like-
we entertain you somehow?
Yes, I have ideas already.
Name it.
What if, well, you're all light mighty heroes, yes?
We
I
try.
see that you like to wave that little wave around, yes?
At occasion.
How about a little bit of a matchup, huh? How about a good old-fashioned fight?
That's our specialty.
Indeed. Well, I have a little bit of a creation. Perhaps you can test your metal?
I look at the others. What you think?
I don't know.
sure.
Well, show us this creation.
She snaps her fingers, and you are teleported back into the hall. And then she's like, so, now, it would be a pleasure to introduce you to my champion. Now, please do not make fun of the fact that, he can't think for himself or anything like that. And she clicks her fingers.
I start to flex. To
I
ready
bet
myself.
you do. And appearing before you is a large metal construct that looks like a
Alright.
giant soldier. It seems to be made of pure iron, aside from glowing eyes and a very massive sword. And she's like, now, this should make things interesting. And then she clicks a finger one more time. And these walls of force come into being behind and in front of that, and also blocking off the stairs.
Right.
And she says, now, one last trick. There, we will see how this goes. Entertain me.
What was the one last trick?
You do not know.
We don't know. Okay. Okay. I was like, what was the last?
Alright.
I roll a 10 with advantage.
Now to get on the right layer. Is that gonna work? Yes. Oh, okay. Let's see, is that everyone?
Yeah, that's us.
So it seems as if Shisa has the initiative and says, I shall make short work of this. That sword
Right.
shall be mine. And she runs off and goes to strike. Is she in a square? I think so.
She has
She's
some
going-
guts.
She is going to use her Copis.
Booming coping.
Yes.
Nice.
She
Right.
moves with increased celerity. Now let's see. The damage goes through, and that is that. So it's a total of 28. 51, right?
Is it 2 times the thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's 51.
All right. She makes a few scratches into the creature, and she sort of steps back. Tougher than I thought. Talon.
I will cast slow on it.
Right.
Okay. When you move to cast slow on it, let's see, that is a DC. Monster.
DC 20.
Indeed.
Right.
A DC 20. Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
Ow.
Oh, why isn't that linked to her? There we go. So it that is incorrect. Slow, and it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
It fails. Amazingly, and she's like, impossible. So it is slowed.
Right.
Yeah. And I will move behind.
Let's see, what have we got for slow snail? That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yes, Zardos.
Right. I shall rage, and then I shall throw myself at this creature. Yoo-hoo! and attack it recklessly.
I'll just move she's over attack.
That would be wait, and also this too. Yeah, okay, it didn't roll the thing. So that's a total of 15 plus 18 plus 11, 44 points damage.
Alright, great.
And that's me.
Yes, Yinkan.
Would that thing be considered a manufactured metal object?
It looks as if it is.
Would heat metal work on it? Is
It
actually
may.
my question. I'll try it.
The spell heat metal would work on it.
Fourth level heat.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Oh god.
What do you mean? Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Oh god. All right. Okay. That's fine. Now we
Yes,
know.
it seems invigorated by this.
Yeah, I dropped the concentration.
Thank you for
Well,
not metagaming that one.
It's all showmanship. You know, we're doing this to make it more.
It opens its mouth and it
Right.
breathes out a poisonous breath
Oh.
in a 15-foot radius. It'll just get you, Shisa, and miss the bat, fortunately.
Constitution is name. Right?
Yeah, I'll just the bat is gone. Doesn't matter. It says like as a familiar, it's 1 hit point.
It
It's
doesn't
out of
hit
the
the
call.
bat.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
It's 20 feet away, so.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I don't have advantage, so I fail.
Alright, so you take
Since I'm
54
raging,
points.
I will use my fanatical focus to reroll a saving throw.
Sure. There
And
you
I
go.
succeed.
Alright, so you only take 27 points of poison damage.
27, yes.
And that was its turn. It's back to Shisa. And she doesn't seem affected by the poison at all, and this seems to just spurn her onwards, and she's like, "Ah, fool! This will not do against me!" And she will use her Copus again. 22 and a 14. No, the second one is a miss. So it only takes that. And you can see like the booming operatic sounds that come with it do kind of split a chunk of armor on its shoulder. But otherwise it seems just slowed. And you can see that Hecate is just sort of like, there's a smirk on her face. Tylen.
Yeah, okay. I need to keep focus on my slow, so I can't do much special. I will blast it. That's 1, 2, 3.
All right.
27.
Indeed. Let's see. So it takes 27. Excellent. Zardas.
Well, let's keep doing what we do. I will attack it. Okay, that's 9 less though. Oh wait,
To hit or to damage?
no, not to damage. That's 48 in total.
Alright. It still seems to be quite functional, although you are definitely putting dents in it at this point in time. Alright, and you move down. Excellent. So, Yinkan, back to you. A new tactic, perhaps? I guess that's what Hecate will say to you.
Yeah, she obviously would say that.
But what would
Damn it,
you
Fada,
can
see you.
obviously do in response?
Yeah.
What? I heard my name?
Yeah, you ruined my idea.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's not sent it.
Work.
Oh, yeah.
I will. Let me conjure some animals. Let's see what. Can I get some wolves?
What CR do you need?
Let's take half.
CR also. Ooh.
So 4 beasts.
We have ape, black bear, crocodile, giant goat, eel, water horse. Probably an ape. I don't know. Crocodile? Crocodiles. They look my. Do you want me to link you the list or?
No. Let's have some apes on the battlefield.
Okay.
Let's go ape shit.
Let's go ape shit.
How many are coming?
4.
In fact, I'm just gonna give you copies of George.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
you already have
George.
control of it. Alright, where are you summoning them to?
Let's see. One is gonna go over here, one over here, and then the other 2 will go there.
Like this? Alright, you should have control of them, I believe.
Yeah, I see one.
1?
I see 4.
I see all 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now there's 4. Well.
So let's just move them on your turn. But they appear at the end of your turn, I believe. Summoning spells, right?
Yeah, normally they roll initiative.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's make an extra copy.
Yeah. Roll initiative.
Alright, so George is at 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that was your turn, unless there's anything else you can do, so Shisa will continue.
No, it's okay.
Let's see.
Pew pew.
2 hits. 21 plus 24, so 30, 45.
Nice.
Very good. This is a tough one. Alright, the apes.
Go apes.
Let's see who goes first. Let's go this one first, and then just go that way. Right. First one.
So it swings its fist at the
Fist.
thing,
Yes. Yes.
and you see it. And the golem appears to have taken no damage whatsoever.
Hmm.
Seems immune to their ape antics. Attacks.
Oh boy. Sure. And the other 2 are throwing rocks, but they're not doing anything as well.
They're distracting it a little.
Wait a second, is that the surprise? Is Yinken under the control of Hecate or not?
I wish.
No, but she is now actively mocking Yinken just a little bit.
Great distraction, by the way.
Talon.
Yes. Bat will fly in. It uses it starts to fly around its head as a distraction to help my attack.
Yep. Does it get like additional saves against the slow? How does that work? On its turn, it can use an action or bonus action, not both.
Yeah, you can only make one attack. And no reactions. And -2 to armor class and
Wisdom
dexterity.
saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should probably roll for the last turn.
Okay.
That is actually a success.
Yeah,
So it was
the
20,
20
right?
is a success, yes.
And it has magical resistance, so
Okay.
Right.
it is no longer slowed.
Pew pew.
Well, yeah, so the bat
Unless you
will-
slow it again now.
No, I can only cast that spell once per long rest. It's from an invocation. Okay, so the bat will distract it. Since I'm no longer focused on that, I will throw Fairy Fire at it.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The distraction from the bat doesn't do anything since if I'm casting Fairy Fire on it, but whatever.
And that's a dex save with advantage, so it fails.
Yes.
We have advantage.
Yeah, and it's an action to cast that, so I can't combine it with my blasts. So that's it then.
Alright. Zordus.
Right. Then I will not be reckless. I will just get advantage, I guess. And let's. One. It's a crit.
It is a crit.
So it is 14 plus 5 plus 19 plus 11. So 49 plus half is total hit points.
Except Hecate lets out a laugh. Do you think that I do not know of Wave's abilities? You will find necromantic energies useless against my servant.
You fooled me. Then it's only 49 point damage. And
Yes,
I
you did take a huge chunk out of it, and it is sort of
Yeah.
like
I do
parts
not
of
need
its shoulder plate falls off.
the power of that, for I can summon that itself.
And you have a second and third attack, right?
Yes, so it's another minus 12. So it's another 18 damage.
Yep.
And the last attack, it's another crit, so okay, whatever, but it's 33
crit.
damage.
Alright.
33.
It's still standing there despite this horrendous onslaught.
No, these are actually great crits, but I can't great level master with it.
Oh well. The Iron Golem. Let's see. The D6 first of all. Poison Breath is not back. Now it has 5 targets around it. Going clockwise from Shisa. 2, so it's going for this ape first, and it swings its massive sword. Ka-chink! Wow, roll 20 is slowed right down.
Yeah, I had the same thing happen yesterday.
Okay, there we go. 28 slashing damage, so it just completely slices
Oh,
in
yeah,
half
it's
this
just-
one. And then let's roll a d4.
Disappeared.
A 4, so that would make it the other one. Oh, sorry, I could roll that damage for it.
Well,
Well, maybe he rolls a critical 1 or something.
Hey, what? It's still there. Lucky I had
Oh.
an extra one that's got the initiative on it. So it wasted its turn on the apes. Yinkin.
When you change that one, it changed the hit
Yeah,
point
for
of
him.
all
Yeah,
the
I
apes.
know why, but don't worry about it. So
Yeah.
I remember.
I will fix them now.
Oh. House. Yes. How many? I take one of the stars from my rope and I throw it at the golem.
Okay. Alright, 23 fours. You can see now that it's starting to like slow down, and Hecate is like Shisa moves in and she's like, watch this, and she makes a booming attack with the Copus. Will this be enough? A 27, 16. He's still up after that. The second one misses. Oh, and no, it doesn't. And that's just enough. With that, the towering creature collapses onto the floor and is defeated. And looking back up at Hecate, she is a little bit sour and she's like, well, that was disappointing. It could have gone longer at least. You don't know how to put on a show, do you?
Well,
Yeah.
Athena would say that what matters is to win. And we won.
That is true. Oh, I suppose we must accept this.
Some other battles last longer. And I wink.
Ugh, you disgusting man. I am as Artemis, untouched by men. Ugh.
Ooh. My condolences.
You should say that to my iron golem toy. It's going to take me so long to put it back together. But you know what? It's a project and I was bored. So there is a positive. Okay. Fine. I shall give my lady friend Persephone a call. Do you want me to make the call now or do you want to call in the favor later?
As soon as possible. So yeah, now.
Okay. You better have a good reason. And she goes back to her, I guess, office study thing.
All right.
Let's see. Should move this back in. There we go. Everyone's in for the most part except the bat.
Yeah, I don't have sight on the bat when it's not in line of sight of Tarlin for some reason.
That's
Oh.
okay.
So I couldn't see it anymore.
Sight. Maybe that works better. Anyway, she comes back and you can see there's sort of like a summoning circle in the middle of the room, and it's like, okay, now, just remember, she may be in a bad mood, or a good mood that turns into a bad mood. And she begins a ritual that takes a longer amount of time than you might like. But she is also summoning a goddess. And as the candles begin to flicker and ignite by themselves, you see that this unnatural magical light comes, and the room fills with these vibrations and light shows as a rift is sort of torn through space and time. The magic users in the group will notice an immense burst of power. This is not. This is like raw divine energy and arcane and nature magic all sort of entwined into one. Something more primal and powerful than the weave of Faerun or many other worlds. And at the end of it, a figure begins to take shape. First, manifestations appear where the pentagram is on the ground. Sprouts up vines which bloom into flowers that then stretch out across the floor into these beautiful patterns as the room is filled with life and beauty. And finally, a form takes shape, at first smaller, almost human in size, that increases up to the same sort of height, twice the height of a person, a human, to take the form of a beautiful creature that is crowned. And Persephone appears before you, and she says, "Ah, Hecate, what, why were you lonely without me? I have the spring to attend to. Don't tell me, Hades, this is not his doing, is it?" And she says, "No, my friend, no. You see, I have made an arrangement with these mortals, and I am sure they will be happy to explain exactly why they have summoned you here." And you'll see that her face sort of turns into a pout, and she looks back at you, and almost with disgust, she's like, "Why would you make me come back to this place? What do you want?"
I look at my companions like, any takers or?
She's all yours.
The situation is of great importance, my lady, and I go on my knees. Her. We seek your assistance, your blessing in petitioning your husband. We are here looking for the sword Black Razor. We have great need of it, as a fledgling god of death is threatening existence, and we seek to defeat him with these weapons.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Tell me, why aren't you the one talking here?
Gods aren't really my my thing.
That toy is. It was just designed to entertain my husband while I am gone. And although I love my Elysium, I love it very much. My husband. Well, the bonds of marriage are not easily broken. And any promise or curse that the god makes must be kept. And I have promised this weapon as a gift, so I cannot take it away. For what you do not know, that it was the Titaness Sadara who gave it to me to placate my husband, so that he has a new toy to play with. But if you are here, why do you not speak to Hades? Why do you bring me into this?
We cannot find him. I believe we need somebody to intercede for us.
Well, mortal, as impressive as your muscles are, and I am sure you are great heroes, I am not that impressed to be taken away from my springtime duties, the time of the year when I can actually spend with my mother and the other gods. And you also have a look about you that indicates to me that you might be related to my brother-in-law, and he is also The kind of guy that, goes and takes women because he feels they belong to them and such.
I do
Greek-
not
Greek
share
gods
this
really
behavior.
need to be liberated.
Every woman is a goddess in my eye, and to be treated with the same respect. Regarding your care of nature, I can assure you, we have considered this long and hard, and that is why we have also here Yinken, who is also a druid, and they understand the importance of what we are doing. And if we must upset the balance for a few minutes, I'm afraid that is the price to pay. We must obtain that blade, or everything will be lost.
It sounds, frankly, quite selfish to make those petitions, but what do you have to say for yourself, child of Corellon? You are not one of my nymphs or dryads. She regards Incan.
Yes, I know. I am lost in her beauty.
I see that I have that effect on certain creatures. I guess at this point, Shisa steps forward and says, "The thing is, that sword did not belong to you or to the Titaness. It was taken from me. It belongs to me. The sword, it calls to me." "And what kind of creature are you, strange one?" At this point, Hecate intervenes and says, "She is a strange one, not really alive or dead. She is a psyche of some kind, a will of sorts. Her soul dead, gone, no body, nothing. But here she is, some force of will. Perhaps she speaks the truth. Who can know? This is most unusual." "Strange. But even if I did believe you, I've passed on the gift. It is hardest to determine. And I would not want to go and see my husband. I would not even want him to know that I am here right now."
Then send us to him. We will not want to disturb you further, my goddess. Just send us in his presence and we'll take it from there.
"So you summon me here and beg a boon of me, and I have nothing in return."
You can only ask, in fact demand. You are a goddess. Everything is yours. If we can procure it in some way, it is only our pleasure to do so.
Is there a way we can make your future stays here more tolerable?
I like the shiny things of the earth made into handsome jewelries. And I like... Do you know how to repair my orrery? That I like.
Oh, we can do that.
I could attempt.
Also, you can dedicate your lives to worshipping me. Or make me something beautiful.
I mean, if you like the stones of the art made into something beautiful, I have here this beautiful crystal rod set with sardonyx, I guess.
That is an insult to me.
That is an insult to you. Okay, very well. Then I think we should fix the orrery. That's probably the best.
If you recall, Brock has been employed to create some jewelry. But Shisa does suggest, "Perhaps I can give you a gift greater than Orpheus. Listen to my song." And she starts one of her performances.
All right.
And it does not go well.
Oh well. That orrery, I think we should really play our cards on the orrery.
Yes, let's try repairing it.
Tali,
Well,
you know how to
yes.
repair an orrery, right?
I'm a fast learner.
Okay, very well.
Go and fix it, and then I guess perhaps, if I am in a good mood, I will return and make introductions to my husband.
That's fair. Okay.
Is she a goddess over all the dryads, or
She
just a
is
subset
a
of
goddess of the spring, and so her mother is Demeter, the personification of nature, Mother Nature.
Oh, oh. Okay.
Hey, Incan, huh?
Yes, I know. I was gonna give her a piece of the evil dryad, but I don't think that's gonna be a good idea.
No.
Yes, I'm good. Yes.
Right.
She clicks her finger and disappears, sort of like sucked into the earth itself.
So we go to the orrery.
Okay. She's just like, I don't know why she didn't like my song.
You know,
Well, neither do we.
it's an acquired taste.
You've had better performances. Perhaps it's your time in this
You know, yeah.
underworld.
Yes,
has
I'm
changed you.
distracted. I need Black Razor. I need to feel its touch.
Right. So I don't think I can help you much, Talin.
Yes. Well, perhaps I'll need some brute force here, so might as
Sure.
well come along. Okay. Let's try and have a look with my magic sight.
Okay. I guess you can roll an Arcana check with that. Alright. You believe that one of the seals on it has broken, and it seemed that it's powered by some sort of creature that's bound to it, or creatures rather.
Hmm. Okay.
What creature is that?
Hmm.
I will. Can we have a short rest in the meanwhile, or
If you want
I
to
mean,
take a
me.
short rest, you can take a short rest.
while Talin figures it out?
A creature bound to a lime. Seeing what we've seen of this place so far, I would imagine it's another Titan.
Can I help Tarlin in any way?
How would you like to assist him?
Well, to be honest, I have no idea how to repair this thing.
Yeah.
I will start bending metal.
Is there any way to like? I figure there's no trail to follow like towards this creature.
Maybe you have to summon this creature.
Well, the seals that are sort of broken, it would indicate that the creature itself might be attempting to break its seal and get out.
Oh.
So
which we want or we don't want?
Well,
We don't want it to break out.
All right.
Does it look like it's already broken out? Like, is it completely
no, it doesn't.
busted or okay?
So keep it in, Talin.
Yeah. So there is a seal. It's busted up, but it's not completely broken yet. Yeah. Try and like. What does the seal look like? What made it, or is it like
well, give me an
some kind
investigation
of
check.
okay?
This you're decent at.
No, not a lot worse than Arcana.
Okay. Perhaps I could have assisted there.
Well, if you want, you can have a try.
She knows very little more than you.
Yeah. But the seal, does it look like runes that are drawn on it, or is it
Yeah,
like
it looks like
object?
you could attempt to repair it with some magical paints, perhaps.
Hmm.
The kind that you would use to scribe spells.
Yeah. Yeah, I could attempt that. With my the kind that I use for my Book of Shadows, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would attempt that then, but take my time. Try to focus as much as possible. Don't rush it. Like really, very slowly. Make sure I don't. That I trace the existing drawing as well as I can.
All right. So let's say you spend the hour, so Zardus gets his short rest
Yeah.
in. And this gives you advantage on your Arcana check to repair the runes.
Okay.
You can do this. Any guidance? Anybody a guidance?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
No,
Jeez, I thought you
probably
were a
not.
guidance girl.
Is she? I don't recall.
Bardic
What-
inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes, she has bardic inspiration. That's correct.
Come on.
So she can give you some bardic inspiration.
Okay, I'll take it.
19 plus
And
A
D
D6.
D6, yeah.
still a D6. 20.
22 then.
Excellent. You are just about to complete the complete seal, and you hear a telepathic voice in your head saying, "Wait, wait, 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 wait. I'll go back in. I'll go back in. Just let me out, just for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Who are you?
My name is Takartha.
Okay, my name is Starlin, and what are you?
I am a demoness. My name means the many-armed snake.
Okay. Well, we already have a snake lady here with us.
I am far more snake than she is.
And why would we let you out?
Well, I can do you a favor.
Can you get us Black Razor?
Oh, Black Razor, the sword that steals souls. Tell me where it is and I shall fetch it for you.
Hades here has it.
Ah, Hades, he is someone who speaks my language, yes. I could fetch this sword for you.
Well, see, the problem is we promised the goddess to repair this item, and to be honest, I'm more afraid of a goddess than of a demon.
Oh, yes, of course. I would not want this to be broken. I just want to come out for a short period of time. I can get the black ones.
I don't
get
think,
these.
well, you shouldn't have said that you were a demoness. I will try and continue fixing the seal. He really doesn't trust demons. He's
Okay.
been using them as tools, but I mean, even in previous encounters, he's made it clear that don't trust them.
Okay. Can you make me an intelligence saving throw?
Okay. Normal.
Excellent. You recreate the seal, and the orrery continues to move. This time, it gets all the way up to the top of its sort of arc and movements, and then continues to move as if the blockage has been broken and you can no longer hear the sound of this creature in your head.
Yes, yes. I like this. He binds demons to do his work for him.
What demon? What are you talking about, Tommy?
The creature in that seal. It was a demoness.
Oh. Where is she now?
No, I did my job. She's behind the seal.
Oh, very well done. Okay. And it's working now?
It looks like it. Yeah, I will have a look for a few minutes. Just keep looking to make sure that it doesn't hamper or anything.
Shall I go call Persephone?
It's up to you what you
does
want
it?
to do.
I'm sorry, Ben. I think you were cutting up. Does it keep working fine, or?
It looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can go bring the goddess, I believe.
I go back there.
Right, you return, and Hecate looks up and says, "So, what will we be doing now to entertain me so that I get it back for you?"
Again?
I'm just kidding,
Whatever
I'm kidding.
All right.
But you better have something good for her.
Sure. I think this time we nailed it.
Well, you better have. Okay. And she starts the summoning procedure yet again.
All right. Couldn't she have waited an hour? No, it's fine. That's okay.
She could have. The goddess could not.
Yeah.
So in much the same fanfare, she appears and she's like, "Oh no! This is no. Please do not tell me this is going to be where you profess your love for me and you must have me. I'm Hadi's wife. It's not going to happen, Blue Man."
I do hereby profess my love for you, but I am not worthy to have a. So this
That's
will be
right.
one of those loves that will forever be in my heart, and by which I will compare all the other loves of, and they will forever fall short of what I feel for you. But this is not the reason I called you here. We have fixed your orrery, my lady.
She stares at you very intently, as if trying to gauge the truth of your words.
They were completely true. I have
And then
laid
she
my
looks
eyes on a
at
god.
Hecate, and Hecate shrugs and nods, as if she's aware, and she's just like, "Well, it would be nice to see one time." And then she snaps her fingers and disappears from there. And the others see her reappearing by the orrery. Zardas quickly runs into the room. She's like, "How wonderful! It is working again. All of these creepy, dark places. They're so fascinating, though, don't you think? Look at this world here. And she sort of points to Barovia. I wonder who lives in that forlorn castle.
We could tell you stories about that castle if you like. We've been there.
Is this true? I do
Yes, it
like
is.
stories.
This inhabited by a vampire lord.
A vampire lord?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
I
His
believe
name
he
is
con.
God.
Yes. I believe he considers himself a god as well, but he does not compare to one such as you.
Fascinating. I never thought that could be the case. A vampire living in a castle in a misty place. How unusual. Oh, do you know much of any of these other words?
Hmm.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Were there any others that we recognized been to?
You do not. You don't know for sure, but you think the one with the writhing tentacles could be related to the old ones at least.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, really, the where the dreamer sleeps. Um,
What does he dream of?
that is impossible for a mortal as me to understand.
Ah, but I am immortal. Perhaps I could understand it.
Yeah, perhaps. I am sure you could. The world that I am curious about, though, is and I point at the one that I felt connected to Shadow Throne.
Hmm. Oh, that one I think belongs to that usurper.
Hmm.
The gods do
I
not like him.
I had the same feeling.
My husband hates him. It gets on his nerves so much. He really hates the fact that this mortal became a god and stole some of the power over death. And I mean, my husband, he hates him, yes. He just found this to be the biggest insult. And I will admit, I got a little bit of pleasure out of it. But but I must support my husband, despite what I think of him. And so I also hate this Shadow Throne. Also, it's a silly name. I mean, Shadow Throne. Who makes that shit up? It's not a real name. It's just, does he sit on a throne of shadows? If so, is he the throne? A god sits on a throne. He is not a throne. Is he saying he is the throne of shadows? He sounds like the biggest edgelord. It is truly pathetic. Anyway, I know a thing or two about edgelords.
I look at her like she's all the blonde girls I met my university years. Completely like, yeah, very interesting.
Fine, I suppose. You have fixed my pretty early. I don't suppose you have more reading material? Interesting stories?
Well, we are in a library after all.
No. This place is terrible. It's all written by Hades and his minions, and it is all as if someone died and then wrote a book.
Well, you should probably come and visit us in Atlantis, my lady. We have the weather there is much better.
In Atlantis. I've been
Yeah.
to Atlantis. It's cool, but it doesn't compare to like going up to Mount Olympus. It's cool if you like that kind of thing, but also I don't like my brother-in-law. Really, he's tempestuous. He, how do you say, can't control his emotions.
Well, emotions are not to be controlled. Passion must be unbridled, like storm
Oh
and wind.
God, you are his son. You know, he's almost as bad as Zeus. He will stick it anywhere.
Ah, yes, I heard that before. It's an act of love, my lady.
I'm sure one of these books has their family trees in them, and they really do fill entire volumes. Also, one man's act of love is another woman's trauma.
Well, that's a way of looking at it.
If I can, if I have the chance to find some books in Sigil, I will bring them with me if we visit Olympus.
You think you will visit Olympus?
Perhaps.
Well, if that
That's
happens,
why
I would
say-
very much love some more books. Yes, fine. If you come to Olympus, bring me books. I would like this.
Yes. If we make it there.
So, I suppose that now you want to go and see my husband. Yes?
Yes, please.
If you may.
Oh, I'm dreading this so much. Okay. I will do this. And she sort of says, "Come to me, children." And you sort of gather around. And she teleports you into a throne room built for giants and filled with the riches of Hades. So everything is sort of this oxymoron of crumbling stone and sort of like iconography befitting the Lord of Death, but it's also shows enormous wealth, the wealth of the underworld. And she sort of appears and says, "Darling, I am home." Oh, God. He has that ridiculous helmet on again. Hades, my husband, you have a visit from your wife, and you have these nice people here that really wanted to see you so much that they fixed my orrery. And yes, you should appear before me now, or maybe I will have to, take this time out of our time in the other end of the year, or we could spend a few hours together once you see these mortals, and you could be happy. And as she speaks this, you see a very gaunt figure appear as if out of thin air. And actually, we haven't looked. Is it Shift C? Persephone.
Hi.
And then
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Hades.
Well, you know.
And he
talk of edgelords.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "So you have found a way before me, and you want this." And he sort of holds up the sword, and it's so small in his hands, like it looks like a short sword, almost a dagger, and he's holding it sort of like between his fingers. And Shisa just jumps up at it and says, "Yes, I am coming." And she jolts forward And
Crazy.
Hades waves his arm dismissively as she charges, and apparently it doesn't seem to affect her at all. And he sort of like does a double take, as does Persephone, and she runs closer to him, and he sort of takes up this, defensive position, shocked, not having to defend himself before, and she leaps up towards the sword, and as Hades blocks her with his arm, she goes right through it, touches the sword, and disappears completely.
Well, that was unexpected. But it does not change the reason we are here.
She
And
did
then you just hear
explain
this
she
voice
was,
saying, "Yes, I'm home."
All right. She got what she wanted. Let's see if we can do the same.
What is this sorcery?
We have no idea what just happened.
He
Well-
lifts his arm, and with his divine power, forces you all down onto your knees. You can try and resist if you want.
No, I
No,
will
it's
not.
okay.
Yeah,
I'll show the respect.
Explain yourselves.
As far as we know, she was a psyche that was a part of the sword.
She was a guest of your realm. We met her here. For me, it was the first time I ever saw her. She was obsessed with that sword. But I believe if what that sword does is to feed on souls, maybe it fed on that figment.
I don't know if I don't believe this sword fed on her soul, but she wielded it when she was still alive.
When
Well-
she was still alive. Explain.
A long time ago, we hunted down that sword for Zadara.
Zadar.
And,
Persephone, my wife, gave me this sword. Did you not, darling? Oh, yes, but I got it from Zadara. You remember Zadara? She was a titan. She gave up her role, became less than a god. Don't speak of her so much, but she was a nice girlfriend. I like to talk to her from time to time. Ugh, women. You cannot stand women. She seems a little bit disappointed, but. So you know something of the history of the sword. Yes, it likes to drink souls, and it wants me to grab souls all the time for its hunger, but I let it go hungry. Yes, I'm a god. This is not hard to resist. Only gods could wield weapons such as this. I have heard that it has cousins. A trident and a warhammer. The trident, it seems like the kind of thing that my brother would enjoy, but the warhammer, one of those disgusting dwarves might have created it or something, I don't know.
Trident may be closer than you think as well.
The trident is here, Hades. It was gifted to us by my father. We seek to reunite all the weapons so that we may face this usurper god of death.
You hear the exalted voices of Black Razor and Wave greet each other. Black Razor speaks like this. Has this deep voice to match Wave's. But their conversation seems to carry on telepathically after that initial greetings. Tarlin might be able to follow to some degree, but it is the strange language of weapons to each other.
To use big weapon.
No, and I don't really have any mind reading powers. Just I can speak telepathically of my own, but it's one way. So unless the weapons speak directly to me, I would have no idea.
Okay, all right. In which case, yes, Hardys is very, very intrigued by this and says, "This is interesting. That the two weapons have come together. I wonder what happened to the last one." Persephone speaks up and says, well, that would be Zadara again. Yes, she gave that one to your brother."
Yeah.
Which brother? The Hades of Olympus? Yes, my brother. Okay. Yes, I know the one you mean. We don't need to speak his name. Because God knows. Everyone else does.
God knows.
God knows, yeah.
No one likes to speak Hades' name. No. It is bad luck to speak Hades now. Yes. Anyway, what do you mortals want? I've watched
Yes.
your games. You have struggled to come here. Blathering.
That all we
Hades, where are you? Please see me. I am so desperate to see you.
now that we are here, all we seek is that blade, my lord. If you
My
could
blade.
lend your blade, if you could lend it to us so that we may bring despair to this fledgling god that shames your portfolio by claiming it for himself, we will wield that sword to be your sword, and in your name we will vanquish him.
Wait, what? You want to borrow my sword?
Yes,
For what now?
to fight this shadow throne, this usurper of death.
You know the Shadow Throne?
I have heard of him. I've not met him personally, but my companions, especially Talin here,
I will remain looking at the floor on my knees.
has they have great knowledge of him, and
That one smells like him.
yeah,
Shut
he has already stolen several souls of their companions, and they have helped him, so I will help them in their quest.
Great hero. All the heroes come before Hades. They want their friends to come back from the dead. But this time, Shadow Throne. That insolent little prick needs to be taught a lesson.
We agree.
Shadows, what kind of name is that? Is he a shadow or a throne? Is he the throne of shadows?
Yeah, we will teach him that lesson too.
Maybe once this is done, you can sit on him.
No. Ugh, oh, no. But the usurper needs to be taught a lesson. But what makes you think that you would be worthy heroes that could go up against Shadow Throne? No offense, he might be a usurper, but he is also a god. And you are not even immortals.
But we are the only ones that will stand against him, so we will try.
Persephone speaks up and says, "Darling, maybe you should give them a go. Bind them with a curse. Or something like that. Because, you mortals know, right, the rules. about the magic of the gods. Once a god speaks magic, nothing can undo it, not even the god themselves. It is our curse. So curse him. Let them take this sword and poke holes into Shadow Throne, and if they perish, it will return to you, its rightful master. It's a good idea, even for a woman, but I don't know I like this weapon. It's shiny, though slightly annoying. I will think on it. And while I think on it, I have a gift for you. The clicker is not working. Hecate, bring the dwarf. And in a few moments, the dwarf lady giant Brock appears in the throne room,
The fire dwarf.
very disoriented, looking around and going, "Oh, ooh, hello. Is this the old boyfriend, Master Hades? Is he? She really is as glorious as you mentioned. Yes, dwarf. Yes, she is attractive. That is why I took her in the first place. Look, is it finished? Yeah. Well, present it to me. Present what? Persephone asks. Why, my dear, it was going to be a surprise for the next winter when you come to dwell once again at my side. It is, I am assured, the greatest artisan in the cosmos who is here and has created a crown for you from the wealth of Hades. And Brock's like, yeah, here it is. And he presents a crown. The question is if it's good enough. Alright. And we want...
A crown.
and that would be... It is indeed an incredibly beautiful crown. And fitting for a goddess, it would seem, with a 30, that's for sure. And she's like, oh, it is beautiful. Yes, this is, I would like it. Yes, put it on my head. Oh, I would love to, my dear. So he crowns his wife with the throne and he's like, oh, and I present to you the giant dwarf as well. He is yours. It is spoken, the magic is done. And she's like, I like the crown, but I do not want the dwarf. It is spoken. Oh shit, I'm free. Haha. Hey, I'm not trapped here anymore, am I? What do you mean? Well, I mean, like, because you said your word to her to give me to her. She didn't want me, so I'm not yours and I'm not hers. I'm free. Damn it. You must be free. It is so. The word of a god cannot be broken. Go, Master Dwarf. You have done one service. And he turns to you and says, convince me. Why do you think you can beat Shadow Throne? Wait, what? Shadow Throne? Yeah, guys, I can't. We're gonna totally smash him. And use this hammer that I made just for it. This guy's Tarlin, you know, he's trying to steal the power of Shadow Throne so that he can use it against him and awaken the old gods that he's so into and like yeah, these guys are cool too. They can do it. Totally can do it. I don't care what you think, Dwarf. I ask them. Make your final plea. Beg before Hades.
Right. So once again, mighty Hades, we need that sword because many souls have been stolen and they've been denied their rightful place by this god that has changed and distorted what that really means. Then I turn to the others, looking for support.
I have been on this hunt for some time now. I've encountered dragons, giants, gods from various pantheons. And I'm still standing. I have lost many companions around the way. And no, I will not ask to bring them back. I would not ask such a boon from a deity of the dead. But I am still standing. And I will keep standing after we complete our mission.
He looks to Yinkin.
He's stealing souls for himself, while souls are not things that should be stolen. I want to free them.
Freedom so that they may return to Hades where they belong.
So they
like
may
this.
return where they belong, yes.
You have proven yourselves reasonable fighters, I guess. As he speaks this, there is a crack, and in the middle of the throne room, a 6-armed giantess with the tail of a serpent appears suddenly behind you guys. And she's like, "This teleportation, it should not have taken me here. What is this nonsense? You are the one that made the crack. Oh, you're all going to die." And she attacks you guys.
That's your friend, darling.
Okay.
Okay, who are we missing? Oh, why didn't Proc
Proc?
roll?
Hades?
Oh, that. It doesn't look like it's linked anymore. There we go. That was why. The token wasn't linked to another token. Okay, so Zardas, you may react first.
Alright, then I shall rage, and I will say you should have stayed in your orrery. And I will charge at her. Recklessly, of course. A 28.
That will definitely hit.
And a 29. For a total of 55 points of damage.
55 points of damage. Ow.
Yes.
And towards Brock. He's like, don't mind if I do. And he'll move around to the back of the pillars here, and he brings Titan Last down. Shit, I've got too many things open. I've got the old Brock instead. He swings Titan Last at her, smashing into her. Jesus. Her AC is 18. The first hit lands, so 25 bludgeoning. Wait, is that right? Yes. No, that's right. Then it's her turn, and she seems to be very invigorated by battle. And she swings longswords on all 6 of her arms and a tail. So she's going to do 3 longswords on Zardas, 3 on Brock, and the tail will roll a d2. What do you want, heads or tails?
Even.
Even is heads. So 2. Alright, the tail is on you. So, it's whispered, but it is on the stream, so it's a 24 to hit.
It's a hit.
I'll just click it again to get it
sure.
up. So you also need to... Oh, you're grappled by the tail. DC 19.
Right. Yep.
And, 14 bludgeoning damage was the amount.
Yep.
And then the longsword attacks. First, let's go with Zarda, since we're already there.
Yep.
A 23, a 28,
That's a hit.
and a 19, which is a
That's a hit. Oh
It
wait,
is?
I think it's not a hit because I recently... No, it's a hit, yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
24 plus...
Yeah, you already did them all.
37 halved. Okay, you already done it. Alright, and then on Brock... let's see. First is a miss, the second is a hit, and the third is a hit. So he takes 33 points of damage. Oh, Yinkin!
I will step a bit closer and I clap together my hands to form a... What level can I... Let's go for a 4th level Thunder Wave.
Alright. Let's see. Constitution save. Let's see if this will actually work. And she has magic resistance, so that's a 27. So half damage. So
Half damage.
And but she's not immune to those, so that is 9 points of damage. Yeah, it's something. Talon.
And that's it.
Yes.
Um,
I'm gonna hidden pass teleport away again.
okay, you're still doing something.
Yeah, sorry. Got it's a bonus action.
How big is she? So yeah, she's 10 by 10 more or less, or how big is she exactly?
Yeah, she's 10 by 10.
Yeah, I will force cage her.
Okay, and let's see.
I believe this creature belongs in your orrery.
right. Zarus?
So since she grappled me, would I be also inside the cage? Yes,
Yes.
please. That's nice. Okay, then from inside. Yeah, that's nice. Why not? Okay. From inside, so I am grappled or restrained?
You are grappled, I believe.
Alright. Then I will attack with
Yes, grappled.
grappled. Okay. Then I will recklessly attack her with wave. Let's go. 22.
22 to hit.
So that's 12 plus 19 plus 3 plus 16. That's 50 points of damage. Then I will action surge, and I will attack again.
Okay.
Yeah, since I'm in. Okay, and since I critted, it will be one more attack.
You critted though. How do you do this?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just so I was there grappled by, and then Talin closes into a cage, and Zadas laughs like, "Yes, that's how I want you, only for me." And then I, with my trident, I just while I'm grappled, I and pierce her through the chest, and then the trident comes out from the other side, and she kind of crumbles against the edges of the cage, and I'm there standing on top of her. I look out of the cage. I look at Tony like, "Can I get out?"
In an hour.
What?
Hecate appears out of nowhere and looks at the force cage and then the mess that you made, and she's like, "Ah, it got out, did it? Oh well. It will return to it upon death, and it seems like death has been delivered."
That's what we do.
Hades looks entertained by this, and he's like, "Okay, perhaps this will work. But this weapon cannot just be wielded by anyone. They must truly be one with the darkness."
We will find the right person. Eventually.
No, you must choose the right person now. For this day you will be bound to this weapon.
The only person with the darkness I see here is Talin.
I am not really skilled in wielding a sword.
Yeah. Just give it to us. We'll find the wielder for it.
Fine, you will all be bound to this. This weapon would return in an Olympian year to me. If you do not return it to me yourselves, your souls belong to me.
We will not fail you in this.
It is said, and so it is spoken and done.
All our souls?
All your souls.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll let you guys fight it out then. You may not be the first one to ask for my soul.
That's a Constantine move. Like my soul is sold to the different gods, and now let them fight for it. Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid Talling has no soul to. Your words have been heard, Aidas, and so it shall be.
You're not making me feel good about this. But still, I have given my word, and I suppose I must do this now. And if you'd better defeat Shadow Throne, because I want this back, and if he gets it, I'm gonna be upset. Although that will give me the Cassius belly to attack him, because he has souls that belong to me. Yes, I like this. Fine, take the sword. You have one Olympian year.
Well, I'm inside the force cage, so yeah.
He throws it towards Talon.
Okay. Yeah, I will use a mage hand to grab it.
As you grab it, what you do sense is that you make a connection, a sort of brushing of minds with Black Razor itself, but there's a second mind in there, one familiar to you, and it's Shisa's voice instead that you hear, and it's like, yes, yes, a warlock, this is appropriate, this will work. And you get the sensation that her hexblade ability to wield the weapon with charisma has been imprinted upon the weapon as she merged with it. Now, Hecate, will you please remove these interlopers from my presence? Get rid of that force cage. Oh, don't worry, I'll do it. He uses his divine power to shatter it. And
Many
you're
thanks.
once again free. And he's like, Hecate says, fine, gather in the circle. Persephone is wearing her crown and she's just like, I love jewelry. And she says, thank you, Master Dwarf. And please do say hello to my friend. I think you know her. Zadara. Oh, yes, Zadara, no, Zadara. Alright. But before he can say anything that is too offensive, Hecate raises her hands and you all feel the pull out of the underworld and into the ether. You have been teleported elsewhere. Where will you end up? We shall find out next week when we continue the adventures of the tales from the Yawning Portal next Monday night. That's where we're going to stop for tonight. Thanks for joining us, everyone who's here, and of course the players, because yay. And thus concludes another adventure in the Hellenic Pantheon's universe. Alright. That's all I got for tonight, guys.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
So next week we will return to our regular Dungeon Master, DM Fausto, and
Yes.
we will see you guys next Monday. Check out the channel, there's some DDO tomorrow night, and maybe they'll be able to tell you more about what's on the rest of the week. Otherwise, we shall see you on Monday. So bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Next week.